boy, oh boy, if that last map didn't deliver, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know why you'd be sleeping.
Well, we don't have to wait long. This second map is underway. Furia with a T-side start. Team Liquid electing to begin on the CT side of things. And already things are heating up in this pistol round. ARP tagged on his cross over here towards short, trying to go toe-to-toe with a Stewie. And Elige removes another. Furia losing 2 to start this pistol round. Now have their eyes set over towards B. But there is Twists here. Ready and waiting, perhaps willing and able as well. And a bit of damage done, but helped out by Elige, the savior, as he bails through the construction. Fake bomb plant here. Actually, no, it's Henny sticking it rather, in case Serato and Henny, they do damage.
Oh,
Henny, oh dear. 1v2, and Twist is able to find him. Pistol round goes the way of Liquid as they look to right their wrongs from Overpass.
Already a confidence showing, and that's what I wanted from Liquid, right? Taking the fights down A-ramp, looking very, very aggressive. Art tries to set his molly up towards short, and he actually gets tagged while throwing it, which really sets off his aim, and it doesn't go in the right position. Stewie peeks out from short as a result, and he kills him. So good stuff from Liquid, forcing fights down towards the A-ramp, and Furia not able to convert the post plant, but they do get a bomb plant anyway, and that's worth it to allow for these AKs in the second round.
Of course.
That's all they have.
AK's out for Furia. Make this one extra spicy along the top. Vinny's going to go ahead and take considerable amount of damage right here in the beginning of this round, but Elige playing with smoke. Well, there's smoke, there's fire. He's going to open up on Art. Can he find more, though? Yuri's there to try to get a response, try to get a trade going, and ultimately what is the battle of A-ramp. Last couple of bullets. Somehow, some way, Yuri continues the tear he had on Overpass. Good stuff.
Man, that is brutal. Yuri and Henny, they have taken this ramp area by storm. They get Elige through the smoke. Yuri dispatches them another 2. And now Naf, trying to hold down this A-bomb site, finds himself all alone, swimming in a sea of Furia. And it's Henny to deal with him inside of the bomb site. Twist now 1v4. Is this even a round he attempts? Smoke falls into the site, but it's not without the response from Furia. They smoke it off themselves, and yeah, Twist, he might have to make this horrible call. Swallow his pride, back away, hold on to the M4. Furia, they're going to tie it up immediately. So already getting some Overpass vibes from this one, with this second round getting stolen away by the Brazilians.
So now Furia are going to win 8 rounds in a row. Liquid are going to recover with a 3-round half. Then they're going to win 11 rounds in a row.
14,
and then
12,
Furia are going to close it when Liquid hit 14. That's essentially what's coming up here.
You know what? Honestly, as hype as that was, I'll take it.
Imagine that happening. I mean, that would never happen between these teams. Surely not.
Yeah, content you just can't pay for. And you don't. So
don't complain.
There you have it. Twist is going to save this M4. And the response from Furia is in the form of an eco round. Well, I say eco, they did have some AKs, but overall, we continue down this paradox of anti-ecos and winning second rounds, and boy, oh boy, this second round has delivered and put us into the third.
Which is also a force, believe it or not. It's Liquid buying around this one rifle, and Twist will go and fill himself up with utility. All types of grenades, all shapes, all sizes. It's a bit of a bargain bucket. Furia moving up towards A early with a few players. Naf has pushed middle, and this is being covered at least. Oh, it's an off angle, catches Twist crossing, but Naf does get there alive, moving back with the gun, and looking for the fight now. Doing his best to win this one-on-one while he's got it, but all Henny is doing is stalling out this engagement. So Naf will eventually go back to the A site, try and join up with his team, and he will be needed here as Furia have a lot of T's on this site. Stewie getting spammed, has to fall back, and Vinny has been tagged a little bit, but no worries here for Furia. Just holding to see if Liquid want to flash into any peaks. Stewie is pushed close alongside Naf.
Just a reminder, today is a Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play Day, so we will be looking at some of these plays again and again and again.
That case Serato 1v3
definitely up
is gotta be on it. It has to be. In fact, I won't be happy if it's not. Naf over here towards ramp, not gonna have a power play of his own in this round. It's Art doubling up with a couple of nice tippity taps to put this A site under Furia control. Nitro and Elige, what can they even do? Nitro fully blind, doesn't know it, but he had K Serato on this screen there for a moment. Now he knows. But FURIA, this is the problem, right? Like, they don't have to fight this, and they're just going to fall back. They're going to hold this this post plant over towards ramp, and even then, to make matters worse, look at Vinny, push number 6. You'll see he's over here in mid, and this is in case Liquid try and save, which now, as Liquid try and save, they run in to the aforementioned man holding on to the middle area. So Elige is the only guy to survive for Team Liquid. FURIA gonna find the conversion, do what Team Liquid couldn't, and go 2-1 up with a third potentially on the horizon. Liquid gonna have no money. This Deegan armor, pretty much all they've got heading into round number 4. And I think this was instrumental for FURIA, right? If you want to keep in the heads of Liquid, it was so essential that you get off to a good start. Losing the pistol could have injected some life into Liquid, right? But you immediately drop this reminder that, no, we are still here. We're here to play, and in a very big way. If they go 3-1 up and then they start to streak some rounds together, this CT side can feel like a really rough spot to be in.
Yeah.
Because of the economy.
It can be so hard to win CT rounds, right? If you go back to
especially
this
on
standard
Vertigo,
A
right?
smokes, yeah, falling back after post plant, yeah, it's so hard to get those retakes going, and we've seen many teams try and fail. Cloud9 Gen G, that was a game last night, right, where Cloud9 pulled a 9-round T-side comeback in a row. Pretty much almost all of them, 7 out of 9 rounds ending on A site, and just despicable stuff. Not sure where that happened. Sui gets burnt out somewhere towards the A site as FURIA begin to move up, but Liquid are trying to challenge this one. So FURIA is going to actually bail. They run back towards B, walking into Nafly here up close. Actually, I think he's in middle rather, so not going to have anything into this round. He gets the info, he hears the footsteps, but even the knowledge isn't really going to be helpful for Liquid. They only have pistols, and FURIA outgunning them in this site and out-positioning them as well. Liquid are outside. They have no one in B because of these rotations, and FURIA are going to be able to plant. Even with Art pushed up as well, that creates a more dynamic hold as Liquid are going to have to get past this first man. Actually, I say this first man, all these men. FURIA are just pushing the perimeter, they're pushing their smokes. They're not letting Liquid get a foothold back into the site. It's seeming like a third round will be on the cards here.
Undoubtedly. Or doubtably. Third round there for FURIA, and Liquid, well, didn't really have anything to show for themselves in terms of investment in this prior round, or this round currently. Maybe Elige can grab himself an AK here. Surely he'll be swarmed immediately if he wins the battle straight up. Oh, or just dies to Yuri, of course. Now Liquid should be able to buy, and they will buy in this. Naf immediately buying. Some might even say a rage buy, but not necessarily, considering they were going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I feel like this is where FURIA hit us with just a nice standard A set piece, right? Like, you know, Team Liquid are not going to have the utility with this first CT buy round to effectively retake this bomb site, and we see a lot of teams go back to that, right, heading into this first rifle round. So I really imagine that's what we see come through, but I'd love to get proved wrong. I love the B bomb site on Vertigo. The more fighting I see here, the better.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't get enough love, right? It's actually very winnable as a T side, especially looking how much Liquid are focused on A right now. They have 4 players taking control towards ramp. And yeah, okay, you can play retake on B, but FURIA are really going to be beating you to the punch here. Look at them, they're already in the site. There's no one here for Liquid. Vinny is pushed up, he's trying to find Twist, but Yuri's got a great headshot angle to take him down. Molotov is in, and that will keep Liquid out. They might even just have to save. There's no kit in play for Liquid.
Naf's going to drop into the site. Flashbang just narrowly avoiding his head, but Vinny's not. Finds a headshot with his AK, and that's going to be the call. Liquid, if they can, they'll look to get a kill here, and maybe, just maybe, there was a slither of hope, but with no kits, as Hugo said, there's nowhere for them to go in this round. They're going to back away. That's a 4th for FURIA, convincingly. ESL 1 Road to Rio. This is a semifinal, the winner. If FURIA wins this map, they move on to a grand final. They play against that of Gen G tomorrow in a best of 3. That's what we do know.
Yeah.
Now let's say Liquid gets sort of, I guess you could coin it a reverse sweep, if you will, even though it is a best of 3. They would then find themselves playing Gen G in a grand final. That's how brackets work.
Pretty basic.
Simple
Standard stuff, yeah. Thanks, Trace.
Thank you, Hugo.
Well,
Thank you, guys.
thanks, Harry.
Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, Trace.
Thanks, England.
Thank you, go.
4-1 up. Furia in control of this game right now. They're going to be throwing up the short smoke. Bastion's following it, running and gunning all the way back down to A short. But did they push behind it? That's a question. Liquid lose information because of that smoke, and Shui gets flashed off as well for his spawn, so he does decide to fall back. Furia again looking elsewhere, though. Twist is pushed down to the bottom of B, and he's got support from Elige. That's a great molly. They read into it. Twist is caught here. Smoke lands from Elige. It could buy him time, but it takes so long to pop. It just bounces and bounces, and Twist will get peaked. Or peaked. Elige does trade, but Furia speed up the pace towards A. Into the fan as they go, and Nitro is ready for a fight. He's got himself 2. Upgrade to the AK. Furia still committing here, hiding in the smoke on the site. Liquid not wanting to give anything up, but that is a great kill through the wall. Nitro, he is avenged eventually, although he can't see them. Keisarato's trying to come through this smoke, but Stewie's going to pop a molly. It won't work. It lands in the smoke as it fades. Keisarato still in this fight, still in this round for Furia in a 2-on-3.
Yeah. Stu definitely sweating at this point. No head armor. And the 2 kits there on Naf and Elige. Things have slowed down tremendously, Harry.
Yeah, Elige is coming in on this wrap in through the enemy lines. Keisarato seems wise to this being an option, but we very often see players at ramp get timing by this flank. They just stop keeping an eye on it, and as they do, that's when Elige looks to move in. Stewie holds the line down over here inside of the site, and Henny's getting wrapped up through the ramp. Does deal with Stu, but that's where Naf and Elige come in to seal the deal and put a second round on the board for Team Liquid.
And even for Furia to concede that round right there, even for Liquid to pick it up, it's still so close. It's unbelievable. Furia are showing great face today. A lot of that in-your-face style of Counter-Strike you do love to see.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them commit towards B there, right? Especially after they killed Twists at the bottom of B. They knew there was another dude there because Elige dropped the smoke, but that definitely could have been a winnable fight for Furia. Let's see if they put more focus on B in this one. Twists again on the stairwell, a little safer in this position. Can run away if a molly does land. Elige has got the support as well. I like how Liquid are playing deep in B, right? They gave it up a couple of rounds ago, and that came back to bite them. So not falling for that same issue today. Oh, Vinny can't see Twists on top of the generator, and he gets a free kill. That can free up a rotation as Elige begins to run back towards the A site. That's where Furia have in mind. They are fully committed with 4 players on A.
Oh, yeah. Stewie's about to have a whole party here between him and Nitro. Elige arriving on the scene for a little bit of reinforcement on this A site, but here they are. They've already made their way to scaffolding. A perfect flash from Keisarado is going to set Art up beautifully for kills after kills after kills, 3 in succession. And now already a save call coming out for Liquid.
That might be a Mountain Dew Amp game fuel power play if I've ever seen one before, Trace. Those are some excellent entries for Art, just running into the site, 3 headshots and a bomb plant for Furia. It forces a save for Liquid. They can't even consider this round, even with kits. It's just not going to happen. 2-on-4, scavenging guns, getting the best they can, but even that is not going to be enough as Furia take 5-2 on this T side.
Yeah, that was a good stuff there. Albeit it all starts with a flash from Keisarado, and Art just steamrolls through the A site. Furia with 5.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, not the dream spot to be in if you're Liquid. What do they even want to do heading into this round, right? Like, they've got some cash, but only some.
Better question is, yeah, like, what can they do? We look at Furia, and they seem to have the keys to the palace.
Wow, Furia, the Brazilian royalty in the server, and boy, are they living up to it right now. Nitro, armed with nothing more than a CZ, does get some spam his way, and he is quick to vacate the ramp area. Team Liquid, a very heavy presence over towards B and mid. Furia, though, with the bulk of their forces outside of this A site, maybe looking to run it back over here again, and that would be the right decision to make.
And for the time being, Liquid turned into Liquiet. They don't really have too much to show in this one thus far. Vinny and Art.
They make a lot of noise there, but that almost feels intentional, right? Like, I feel like if you're going to be that loud about heading down towards B ramp, there's got to be some meaning behind it. And they quickly rotate immediately on the back of it. And amongst all of this confusion, all this chaos, Elige is coming in on a backstab.
Oh, dear.
Could be the backstab of a century if he gets his timing right. He's gotten past Vinny, so this is something that FURIA are just not considering at all. Elige could tear this entire round apart right here, right now. Liquid, it's all hinging on Elige and what he's able to do with the deagle. There it is, almost 3. They try and barrel in on the back of it. It's all onto Twist. In a 1v2, he's got to finish what Elige started, what Elige worked so hard to accomplish in this round. He spots Queserato at the ramp, but isn't able to connect the shots required. 6 on the board for FURIA. They deal with that wrapping player. Henny steps up massively to answer the call inside of the bomb site. And they best team Liquid there, but it was only the pistols. An important thing to remember, the investment coming back in, and it's going to feature that AWP on Mr. Stewart 2K.
FURIA are wondering, how the hell did Elige get there? Vinny's like, guys, I was holding the flank, and he was, but it was the second that he looked away, the timing he looked back to be, that Elige snuck down. He's been going for these ladder flanks round after round, but often the round has already been decided by the point he's coming through. Maybe not decided, but so odds so far against Liquid that the flank doesn't even really matter at that point. You need to get 3 or 4 kills to even consider that to be worth it.
He gets the 2, and the bomb gets planted, you know, in his aggression into the site, on his path into the site. So ultimately, did Art see Stewie? No, but he sees everybody else. It takes just about every bullet in the magazine, but he finds 2, and now Stewie pivots, got himself 2 as well.
No one was looking. Stewie calls it. He has the angle, but he must have let a player slip by. He must have missed the timing for Art to climb above. He kills 2 inside of the site. Vinny has B, and he killed Twist with it. Naf alone on A, a long way from home. He's got to run right down bottom A towards that B bomb site. Gonna sneak over the metal. Doesn't want FURIA to get that information as to where he's coming from. No kit on Naf, but he has got full utility, and there's a kit dropped on the site.
Yeah, these are the only things going his way. A 1v2, but a full belt of util, a kit that's retrievable. There is a chance, and with that kill on a Queserato, it becomes even more of a reality now for Naf. Just Vinny left to beat. Vinny's going to swing wide, and Naf takes his head off as a result. Team Liquid, they put a 3rd on the board. Vinny trying to beat Naf to the punchline. Maybe he wishes he didn't.
Yeah, with that bomb plant, though, and considering Naf's coming on the flank, I see why Vinny wants to go for that kill, right? If he goes and plays anywhere else, think about the options in B, looking at the site. If he goes and plays Gens, Naf could stick the bomb. Even forgetting the utility, he could have stuck the bomb, right, on triple, assuming he had a kit, which is info that FURIA don't have. So there's a world where Vinny loses that if he plays safe. So trying to play aggressive, but Naf was so ready for it, looking for a fight inside of B. Liquid, they haven't given up here. They haven't completely dropped the ball. They're still in this game. 6-3. But FURIA have money for days, and that's always going to be the biggest problem. A wealth of economy, and if they find a round here with Liquid out, or with the Liquid not keeping guns alive, it's going to be Liquid broken again economically, and FURIA can continue to, go to Pound Town on this T side as they often do. Vertigo, the one, T-sided map in the pool right now at a guarantee. And FURIA showing us why.
Well, slothers around the world look onward now to what their brethren, what their family men can do here. Art with a very aggressive push. It's Queserato with the kill.
There is smoke as well. They were both blinded by those flashbangs. The fact that Liquid have picked CT here, because it's FURIA's map pick, remember, when they got 4 rounds last time they played FURIA on CT on this map, makes me think that they had solutions to what FURIA are throwing at them. Obviously, we're early days, but right now that's not proving to be the case. FURIA are feeling comfortable and looking good, so that really creates a bit of a worry for me when I think about Liquid on this map. You're picking CT for a reason. Right now, it's not showing through as to why. Have they got anything in this one? Naf and Twist, both on the site in a 2-on-5.
There we go, Naf hiding out in the bomb box. Now they're going to be all over him. Can he win his duels? Only good for 1 on Yuri. That sets Twist up in a real Aki Momo. Bomb plant should come through. Twist right here on the cusp of the site. But a swing from Art. He's going to get another one. Art is on one right now.
Yeah.
Winning just about every opening duel thrown in his face. And that goes pretty much for Furia, which is the craziest part about this. Take a look at our round timeline here. Just a 3 there for Liquid. Albeit not what you'd want to see around the world. And it's just a testament to Art with those opening duels, those opening frags. And the closing one too, might as well.
7-3 and the money broke, so Furia, a free one is presented to them, assuming they play their cards right. Flash into middle. That's a great flash. That goes through the skylights. Henny has to look at the ground, and now he is in the ground, buried 6 feet under with that kill from Naf. His gun drops off the edge, though, so Liquid can't retrieve it. Furia is still in T-Sports. They've actually locked in that weapon and locked in the A site. They haven't cleared short, though. That could be a problem. Focus on Twist, and for good reason. He's found 2 with the Deagle. This wrap could come through from Stewie on short side. Serato is attentive to the site right now. They haven't even considered this. Stewie drops Vinny coming in late. And now it is just Serato. He knows where 2 of these players are, and another man in spawn. That's Naf, who pushed mid earlier. Still yet to find that gun. But right now, the Deags are proving to be profitable for Liquid. I say it should have been a free one, but Liquid, they offer no freebies.
Yeah, Naf on a rotation here. Serato just edging out anyway. It's 2-2K with the last kill. And ironically enough, as slow as Naf's rotation was, sloths are so slow that algae grows on their fur.
Is that true?
It is true.
That's crazy.
I'm a biologist when I'm not here in the studio, so I think that's what biologists do.
Study sloths, probably. Or algae. Either or, maybe both.
Yep.
That's an eco win for Liquid, though. Some fun guys on the CT side.
Yeah, they need as many as they can stack up here after what was a turmoil of a first map. A blunder, even.
Yeah, Furia don't want to give Liquid mushroom to work with. And they run that risk if this round doesn't go their way. At that point, I think Liquid can start to get back into the swing of things. Twist. Oh dear, he is pinned here. Flashes raining over, but Twist can't offer anything up. And Yuri, the man to open this round for Furia. A lot of rotations in from Liquid. They send everyone over here towards B, but a temporary disengage from Furia makes them doubt that decision. They actually now fall back in towards middle with Naf. And Stewie goes back to A. Furia still grouped up outside of the B bomb site, and a man who could be in danger, but also might be bringing the danger was going to be a Liege. Turns out it will be the former. And now this round sits with the man advantage, hanging in the balance. Furia narrowly up at a 4-on-3. They try and go in towards middle, but Naf holding the pixel angle. Does dispatch of Vinny. Looking like they want to attempt the B split here, but Liquid is set up for exactly this. Naf is in a position where he can offer help at mid and assistance at the B site, but as he's fallen off, Serato trying to play with the timing. Stewie just catches the peak, and Serato gets dealt with. Yuri and Henny now. This man advantage that Furia once had has been stripped away. Stewie comes in on the rotation. It's a 2-on-3, now a 1-on-3 in the B-bomb site. Yuri, a lot to do. Spam through the smoke, 10 points of health. There's players all around, and they're not offering up the kills. 5 on the board for Team Liquid.
Steps in the right direction, at the very least, for Liquid. But Furia definitely making these rounds competitive. They're going to buy up in this round as well. 5 AKs coming out. No AWP on Henny. And we're off.
We got a tweet just come in from Hunter, from G2. Not actually to us, but he just tweeted it in general, saying that he's amazed when watching Furia, especially Art, and how he plays with balls, taking timings, using his game sense, and then he goes on to call him one of the most useful players at the moment in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. He's earned the praise of Hunter, might even earn the name in this round as he's hunting for these kills at the A-bomb site. They get offered up. only good for one. Stewie does come in with the trade, but when you look at what Art has accomplished, the information, the ground that he's gained, everything is just throwing this round into disarray for Team Liquid and sets Furia up over here at the A-bomb site.
Yeah, they can try and plant here. The grenades are going to come in. That can make things problematic. But hiding in a smoke, Henny gets away with it, and the spam doesn't even connect. So Furia fall back safely. Henny gets wallbanged there through elevator by the orb. So down to 40, but still not the end of the world. It's going to be a retake on for Liquid now. The spam connecting a little bit of damage. That can offer up a lot in the long run. Furia playing close. K-Serato in the smoke. They're on the defuse. They're sticking it. K-Serato's got a knife, and he's so blind. It's a 10-second stick. He can't find it. He can't find Stewie. This is 10 seconds with no kick. K-Serato needs a kill. He thinks they're off it, and he couldn't be further from the truth.
That's a power play.
Stewie with the full 10-second defuse inside of a 4-on-4. We see so many players mess up that exact thing that K-Serato just did. No one ever checks to the left. When Liquid have short, Stewie's sticking it to try and hide from the ramp, and K-Serato's just spamming the right side of the smoke. He's not the last guy, or sorry, the first guy we've seen that here at the Road to Rio mess up that exact situation. It can be hard, obviously. When the smokes are down, you don't know where they are in them, but hey, if you don't hear you know, the knife connect in the first one, spin. I don't know why players don't spin on the bomb. Then you get the full 360. Players like move in and knife and then move out and then move back in. And all that does is you know, well, make it harder for you, I'd think. Either way, it's a close round for Furia, but it's a big defuse from Stewie. If he doesn't stick on that straight away, that could have been a clutch for K-Serato. Had the position for it at least. 7-6, Liquid recovering here in the CT side. We were wondering why they picked this half in this game, and things make a lot more sense now as they start to build into it. Who's going to win the half, though? That's the question on all of our minds as Furia go back towards this A site.
Ooh, well, this is going to be interesting. Let's see what Twist can do from down here. Outside of B, he lines up two. Helping him is Elige. From atop the ramp, this double-layered peak has torn Furia apart. Yuri and Henny, in the blink of an eye, are the only two players left here for the Furia squad up against the 4 on Team Liquid. Naf and Elige bunkered down back at the B bomb site. Henny and Yuri still looking like they want to end up here. There's even Nitro over in middle. Stewie starts to even probe the A ramp side of the map, and he hasn't seen anyone. So for Liquid, they're very safe in assuming this 3-man stack is the right decision. That smoke maybe even solidifies that fact even further now for Liquid. Furia, they're going to try and go, and they're going to try and go now. Henny jiggling on the angle. No utility here for Furia to play with, so they've got to win these fights straight up. And that's a hard task when you're walking into a 2-on-3. Liquid putting a 7th round on the board and a chance now to win out the half over on the CT side.
But Hugo, we're looking at this, right? And we've seen this game before. We've seen these teams square off on Vertigo.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about it now up to this point in comparison?
It's looking better for Liquid, but I know Fury are going to be solid on that CT side. And the question for me is what is Liquid's T-side game plan, right? Even if they win this half, which looks likely now, you know, it's not over. That being said, it's a far better showing from Liquid. They got 4 rounds on CT when they last played Furia on this map and lost the game pretty quickly after that. So certainly a different affair. Liquid have shown up in spades. It took them maybe 15 rounds to warm up on Overpass, but now they are warm indeed. Art gets caught by a jumping Nitro across the site. Elige follows up, and we're having Furia definitely start to loosen up in some of these rounds, and not to great effect. Taking a lot of, oh baby, taking a lot of one-on-ones without the flashbangs, and Liquid are winning these engagements easily. Yes. Henny alone.
This is halftime right here, barring anything miraculous from Henny. So let's take a look. Well, I say that, he catches a grenade, doesn't feel too good. 41 HP. Liquid looking to make this an 8-7 half. Should be pretty easy now, all things considered. Maybe even talking about the pistol round, who knows? He doesn't know where to put his crosshair, and I don't blame him.
Uh-oh, they know where he is now, and Stewie's going to hunt him down, finish it off with a 3-piece, a collat as well. Liquid, they're looking better here. They're looking warmed up and ready to go. 8 rounds on the CT side. Let's see where things go from here.
I fed up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do right now, what I do right now for you.
Breathing in, breathing out, there's no more room for any doubt. Empty mind, steady hands, just stay close, stick to the plan. I hear them coming, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. I hear them coming down, ready as I'll ever be. Don't give up.
Liquid string together 5 rounds to close out the half at 8-7. That is where we find ourselves currently in the semifinal for the Road to Rio's North American division. And of course, over here on the Liquid side, it's Twist that is tearing them apart. He's got quite a few kills to his name. And now we look at an 8-7 scoreline for Liquid. What will they do in this pistol? They have their eyes set towards B as it stands.
Ooh, Molotov for Art. I like the buy, but you can't hang around with it. These glocks can get very close. Falls back just a little bit, but he's still got an angle for a headshot. Viddy's push ramp. He's cleared out the bottom of A. Is he going to flank here? He's doubling back. FURIA, this flank could be a lot. There's a boost up for Elige. You're actually going to throw 2 into this position, but Twist gets spotted on the jump. There's info there. Art has to run. Elige popping out from behind the wood. Art playing retake. There's a kill for Yuri. Man advantage now for FURIA as Liquid take the site.
Yeah, damage done onto Yuri. He's going to have to play a bit more conservatively, but Art doesn't know the meaning of the word. Continuing to put this aggression into the front line. Naf even gets caught coming in on this lurk through middle. There's a real chance for FURIA in this pistol. Nitro gets isolated. Stewie delivers 2 before they deal with him, and it's an onslaught of FURIA players to swarm this bomb site and find the pistol round for the Brazilians.
Yeah, that does match us up 8-8, but of course, you don't want to be late as to what we're looking at here. I mean, obviously with the confines of a semifinal, how important, how pivotal this match is, we've kind of negated to tell you that there's a third, fourth place decider, and that's going to be between the loser in this and Cloud9. So for our Super Sunday North American Grand Final, it's Gingy, who I'm sure Daps and company who are watching at home, watching this series, are looking onward to see who they're going to be playing in that grand final. A best of 3 tomorrow. That's the Super Series. That's going to tie all this to a close, and that's the one thing that you want to make sure that you set on your calendars, if nothing else. Perhaps you don't set alarms. Well, that should change tomorrow. Start fresh. Super Sunday. Be there.
Yeah, we are playing for all the RMR points as well. You want to get as many as you can while you can. They're on offer. Discount sale. But right now, FURIA, they're buying in high supply, 8-8, and they've got rifles to play with. Liquid off the back of the bomb plant have forced up. This is a really good force for Liquid. Look at the utility that they've actually amassed in this round, behind 2 AKs as well. Sometimes we see 3 rifles in this round, but Liquid are focused on utility and some Deegs as well. Twist is armed with armor. Liege moving through mid. FURIA have actually conceded this position to start the round, a double B play, and one of these A players are going to come back in the form of Henny to check out this position. Should be at least watching towards the construction area, right? Stopping Liquid from just contact playing into this spot. They're going to go for it. Liege, he's not being loud at all, but he's going to start running. They don't check the spawn. Vinny lines him up, but they knock him down. Low HP on a Liege, but Keserato kills the wrong man. He's still stuck in the site. Oh, he's turning left and right. He could have finished the job onto a Liege. Instead, the plant has come through, and Liquid have a very viable round.
And when you're Keserato and you have that Galaxy brain, you just know there's so many fights coming your way, and it's so hard to choose between them. But with the bomb planted, Liquid now the pressure has eased off a little bit, but it's about to be reapplied again. Here comes Art. Elige considers throwing the Molotov, but instead it's going to be that of FURIA that drop him in the site. And that isolates Elige all out there on his lonesome. Leaves Twist and Nitro to defend this bomb. Now that Twist is fired, that's creating an interesting dilemma, and by that I mean he's hitting shots. Meanwhile, the double comes through, and Henny scrapes the round together.
He's got it. He should have it. Yeah, not even close. God, easy.
Yeah, okay, Hugo.
They needed that collateral. Without that collateral, they lose the round. Yeah. So Henny, I don't even know how it happens, but he mows him down and gets a defuse.
Cool shot there by Twist, albeit.
Yes. That whole round was crazy, right? Just the fact that Keserato, if he just fires one bullet at Liege, he kills the planter. And you know, FURIA probably overwhelmed the site before Liquid even get the bomb down. So
that's nuts. Henny didn't even know the second guy was there. Like, that was just RNG that the second kill comes in. It's as he finishes his spray, he collaterals the man behind, and that is what wins them that round. Yeah. Like, my goodness. It comes down to a little bit of randomness going the way of Henny. Obviously, good work to deal with the first guy, because that was a reaction, but he didn't know the second dude was there. Ooh. Art goes aggressive down through the ramp. Of course he does. He tears this round apart for Team Liquid. It's only the Deegs. And they're not going to accomplish anything here. It is a flawless round for FURIA. They right their wrongs from the last. They build up some much-needed money as well. Because it would have been horrible if, you know, you get that last round, 2 players survive, and then up against the Pistols again, you lose a couple more, because then it leaves you in this spot where, you know, even if you win, if you lose this first rifle on rifle round as FURIA, you would have been reset. But they dodged that by keeping this round flawless. So a lot of implications on the back of that victory. Investment coming through for Liquid, and they want to try and put a stop to this FURIA train before it even leaves the station.
It is the case. Art getting aggressive again. He's been very successful in this series thus far, and at least on Vertigo. He's showing a lot of face here on the T side for FURIA. He looks to turn some of that around and do it over here on the CT side, it seems. Getting real up close and personal on the A ramp in the lower side. It's Elige that's walked his way out middle. He's not alone. Smokes are not going to be dropped. Vinny knows what's up. He knows that they're about to come through this gap. He's got to play a headshot angle.
Oh dear, shifting position, but unnecessarily. Luckily, the grenade will trade onto Naf, but still Liquid have so much control towards the CT spawn. They're wrapping Keserato inside of B. He can't look anywhere. It's just bodies, bodies, bodies all over this site for FURIA, and Twist has found another kill onto Art on rotation. Henny should save. That's all he can muster in this round. Liquid with a quick split. But yeah, Vinny definitely gets caught out of position there. He had the perfect spot to deal with that one, and then swaps very loudly as well. And Liquid just peek off that audio, and you know, as soon as the first fight goes their way, they just steamroll. They just keep holding W and trade their way in. Only a grenade finding a kill for Furia. Good round from Liquid. It puts them on 9. It keeps them close up against Furia. After 3 in a row on the CT side, that will be broken. So buys coming back in for the Brazilians. But they don't have unlimited money here.
Just enough.
I'll be fine for now. Even then, it's going to have holes, right? Like, depending on how you want to spread this money. Art buys the AWP. Henny can drop a gun. Gets given that.
1 kit so far.
Yeah, that's obviously going to be so important. We see so many teams in the gate buying kits on Vertigo. I don't think there's a map where you need kits more than this one right now. So it's important to at least have one in every rifle round. Yuri's got that, and Henny's got the AWP. He's going to take it towards A, but without the spawn, he will just throw the standard smoke and let that one go. Art's going to go aggressive. Oh, he loves it. And he's already fighting Stewie, looking into the wall to avoid flashbangs, gets blown out of this round. Elige is pushed past.
And that could be huge. They don't know that Elige is this deep. He could catch these players falling back into the site, but Yuri is aware of the possibility and maintains this advantage for Furia on the back of it. Team Liquid now at a 3-on-4, still with a heavy presence here outside of the A bomb site. Naf jiggling and out into the open. Henny caught, and now a 3-on-3 gifted over to Team Liquid on the back of it. Yuri, my goodness, he is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Vinny even tapped down over in CT spawn, and this leaves K-Serato in a 1v3 clutch of the ages. This is a very hard round for him. Does drop the first man, now knows where both these players are. The nade goes in, and it's almost the clutch, but Naf comes in with the trade to put a 10th on the board for Team Liquid.
Doesn't take the AWP there, even though he runs over it. So note that Liquid are all about the rifles with some of these fast T rounds. And yeah, I don't blame them really. No need for the AWP, especially when they've just broken Furia. And so you know it's going to be eco, or at least a force buy for Furia in this round. Really nice try from K-Serato. If you see him on a 1-on-3, it almost feels like
it's possible.
Yeah, or like a lock-in round. But 2 out of 3 there and repeat by Naf. It's Liquid to take it. This round isn't live. So we'll be calling a quick restart, but no worry. Maybe someone has crashed here. I think, yeah, it looked like someone had in spawn, so going to be waiting that one out. Either way, bit of an awkward time, especially for Furia to have this pause. They will be able to obviously talk during this moment, but right now, broken on a full USP round and letting Liquid take the lead, this can't feel good.
No, it's certainly not where you want to find yourself. There should be a Team Liquid ready to move into pole position in this second map. Of course, they're trying to get us to Mirage. If we do manage to get there, I can't help but feel like that map is going to be even more of a brawl than Vertigo and Overpass, which at this point feels unimaginable. But that's the prediction if we get there. But first, we got to find out, will we get there? And that very much relies on Team Liquid securing this map, taking us to Mirage, and attempting to correct their course after everything went a little bit iffy on Overpass.
Sure, that's a word for it.
Just waiting for this tech pause to come to a close.
Yeah, player crash. Of course, these things do happen, but we should be back on the road shortly. And everything will be back in order. As it is, we've stabilized. We found an equalization mark here between Liquid and Furia.
So, like, usually, you know, we'd be chatting away in this time period, but I think with all the highlight moments we've had, it's best to conserve our energy in this one, because, my word, it has just been a really lights-out series thus far.
Yeah.
I can already feel my vocal cords trying to give in, and I'm not going to let them. As long as K-Serato and Arc keep doing the unthinkable over on the Furia side, and Team Liquid can keep bringing the heat, I feel like there's going to be a little bit more straining before all is said and done. Team Liquid heading over towards the A-bomb site early on in this round. The game is live again. Everything's been corrected. And that nade finding a little bit of damage onto these Furia players. Elige does get caught by the pistols of Furia. Nitro is going to be quick to juggle that gun out of the hands of Furia, but this decision to try and be smart with the money might come back to punish Team Liquid. This bomb is about to be uncovered. Now Naf and Stewie do have this crossfire set up, and they're going to start to deal with these aggressing players from Furia. Thank goodness so as well. This leaves Henny all alone in a 1v3, and he's over at the B bomb site. There's already a man holding this position for Team Liquid. Any chance of Furia finding anything in this round kind of died with those players down on the bomb.
And he knows it as well. Here's the plant. If that forces a swing, Twists is watching. So Henny's hoping someone walks past his position without clearing him, but I don't think Liquid are going to be making that mistake. Henny waiting for a time to strike. Did he just make a step? I don't think so. West doesn't seem aware just yet. Henny actually walking back out of this one. Not sure what the plan is here. Look for a gun potentially, but they're dropped towards the bottom of A, and Liquid are already there watching over those weapons. In fact, there's almost no time for Henny to even do this. And even if there was, Liquid are there. So he is going to be running into the maws of Liquid. Sorry, Henny.
Gets a couple shots off, but albeit goes nowhere. Lands nowhere on its intended target. And those three members of Liquid remain alive in the round with 100 HP. Stewie 2K. Young Jackie Yip. Not so young anymore. Major champion even at that.
Highest earning North American player in Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. That's what a report said. So,
not bad.
It's not bad at all. And if there's one thing I know about Stu, it's for him to bring a locker room vibe to this team when things are rough, when things are tough and perhaps morale isn't necessarily through the roof. It's Stewie 2K that should be there and providing that.
Well, what about when things are going right, Trace? Because right now, Liquid are in the lead. They're holding a one-round advantage, obviously down a map.
Perhaps this is evidence of that. We'll never know. Stay tuned.
After the break.
Which is not right now. Don't get confused.
We are in the midst of the madness right now. Art's been pushed up, but Liquid are going to clear this. He tries to beat them to the punch, and they punch him. Nitro getting that kill. Forces a Molotov from Yuri. He lines up a frag, but he will get overwhelmed up past it. Twist with a wallbang kill, and Liquid trading favorably in a 4-on-3. They're actually going to walk right back to B. This is a great call. Furia have rotated heavily, as they often do. And with how quick you can rotate between sites, I don't think teams abuse this enough. So it's good to see Liquid make this decision. Stewie's actually died on A, but there's still only one man on the B site. Do they expect him to be this deep? Keserato in a clutch moment. He's got one. He's dropped the bomb, but he wasn't ready for Twist on the right side. Opens up the chance for a plant here, but Furia are going to give it a go in the 2-on-2. No kit.
No kit. One flash. Henny and Vinny. And they're ready to pull Cindy. Here we go. Twist at the generator. And that's going to be a lethal angle that he's holding right there. Vinny's having to clear this. He can't do it safely. Now a 1v1. This got danger close, and he wins it out. Wild stuff right there. These rounds are getting down to the wire. Vinny Vidivici.
Man, and this could still go either way, right? 11-11. It's not like there's any clear winner at this point in time in this series. And it just feels so neck and neck. I really think, like, as well, Art just deserves, like, a round of applause, man. He has looked so damn good.
Sir.
He's topping the charts. He's leading this Furia squad to victory. It's wild as well when you think about it. That, like, I think out of all the players on this Furia squad, Art, especially early on in his career, in his tenure with this team, was the guy to probably receive the most flack, right?
Yeah.
And he always was very outspoken in his defense of it, and just saying that the things he provides for the team don't always have to come from, like, a fragging side of it, right? It's the information he gets. It's the
distraction.
Yeah, exactly. The chaos that he ensues into the mix. And I really do think that now, like, now more than ever, you really get an appreciation for that with this guy. Like, it feels like he has refined this style of play, and it's so signature. I don't think there's anyone else in the world that plays the game in the way that he does.
Yeah, especially when he's running in, like getting 2 kills and then Furia win the round. You just see the value there, right? If Furia lose a round, it's easily you're easily able to forget the situation that maybe Art has put them in. Even if it's only trading 1-to-1, often on the T side, which is where we see him do his best work, that's great. That's exactly what you want. So Yeah, it's good stuff. But right now, Liquid are nipping at the heels of FURIA. They are not going down without a fight. May have been a retake round for FURIA in that 2-on-2, but Alige kicks it off with a bang in this one, finding Yuri early. Falling back, he is low. And you can see the pressure of this game, right, showing for Liquid. The second he gets that kill, he runs. He does not want to get traded. Let the rest of your team do the work now. Alige can come in for the clutch in the end, hold a flank for the time being. FURIA is stacked up on the A side, though. Double short side play. They've actually put all 4 players here. They made a gamble, and it is the right call right now. Liquid have no lurks.
Look at this. This is about to get real nasty on the A ramp. Goes Stewie with the drop, but it's going to be Nitro that takes KSerrato down before trade falls in from Henny. Art trying to get something going from the scaffolding, but Vinny continues to go on a tear here. Naf, the only player in full HP here for Liquid.
Oh, they get the bomb and they get out of there.
Yep, time to go.
Still committing towards A, though, and this AWP is on the ramp. Henny's pushing the backline, and no one's watching this. They turn around, but they walk into the scope, and now Alige. We said he needed to clutch here for Liquid, and he's in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, this is not easy. 15 points of health, and they are all over him. Art shuts it down, puts a 12th on the board for FURIA, and now they sit in the lead. A lack of a bomb plant in that round leaves Team Liquid with nothing to work with here in round 24. Just going to be pistols at the absolute most for Team Liquid. And so a 13th round might be looming for FURIA, at which point, ball's kind of in Liquid's court to make this comeback happen.
I love that aggressive round for FURIA, right? They lose the man advantage and they combat that by just pushing, right? A player on short side, 2 towards the ramp with the AWP, watching the headshot angle for Nitro's repeat. It was just excellently done by FURIA.
Oh, they run boosted.
Oh, he's come alive and he's found a double with a Tech 9. It's a fast play into B for Liquid on an eco, but they're a man up.
Yeah, this is strange right here. And he's locked out. He's got a Molotov blocking his path into the site for the time being with the bomb planted. Things do start to get dicey here.
Naf made a step. Oh dear. They kind of knew he was there as well because they run boosted twists across. That's what's allowed Alige to go and get those kills, but he now gets cut down himself. Nitro and Stewie to try and hold on, to try and do the impossible here. On an eco for Team Liquid. This Deagle sneaks up close, but Yuri deals with the threat. Defuse going to come on in. Kit on Yuri, no problem. Kit for Art as well. So a 13th does pull into the station here for FURIA. A good use of the run boost, though, to like pull the attention of those ramp players away, right? Like you see there, KSerrato is having to deal with Twists, who was flung over. I do think that is like the optimum way to use the run boost, right? To couple it with a push down at the bottom of ramp. Because you sometimes see teams like just throw a solo man over there. And you see it a lot in pugs as well. Never really works, because normally you're holding onto the ramp. You spot them flying around like a fighter jet coming in on the side of the building. You know, like Twist showing up.
Yeah, basically.
And then just the AA guns shut it down. And that's basically what happens there. That's where Alige came in.
AA guns and fighter jets.
Coming soon.
In
Source 2,
of course. Source 2. Now, I do want to take a second here. We have just a few. We have a tweet coming in from Rabs, also known as Winnie3_YT, says, just wondering if Vertigo is one of the most T-sided, like you guys have highlighted on the broadcast. Why do most teams still choose to start on the CT side?
Ooh, I think that's always been a comfort. Even when the game was a little leaning T-side and we'd have like Mirage off and end 8-7, we'd still have teams pick CT. You know, I think it's just what teams are used to, right? Getting CT side out of the way and also not wanting to show your game plan on the T side, right? You don't want to give away what you're doing in the first half and then for that to be used against you when you swap over. That's an idea. That's a concept behind it. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot more mental game behind that. Either way, a bit of an unfortunate trade early on. Vinny is dead. He has often been the bearer of bad news for FURIA. 8-18 right now. No trade in sight, but we do have a heavy mid setup still. Art is tucked and Henny is supporting with the AWP. KSerrato pushed off by the Molotov. They won't be ready for this double setup, but there's only one man here in the form of Stu.
Yeah, he goes to drop the smoke, gets the smoke off, and just barely gets away with his life. 80 HP, now he's going to re-peek, and Tinny waiting with the scope, trained. But the B hit is on, as KSerrato's dropped the Molotov in their path, and that's created a bit of a problem here, a conundrum for Liquid, as they try to get in this bomb site, try to get the bomb planted. Finally, they're going to have just that opportunity. Now down to a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, this AWP is holding the back site. If anyone moves to the left rail behind pillar, they're going to die. But how long will Henny stay in this position? Will he move?
Lee's holding for this wrap, and this kill might be dead to rights in his favor. Still holding him, and now Henny has pulled the attention away from ramp. Elige is forced to commit into the bomb site. No longer in this forward position, but he checks at just the right time. Twist is in with another, and there's no time for Henny in this round. He's got to back away, hold on to the AWP. It's 12 on the board for Team Liquid. Still showing signs of life, and this B site has been kind to Liquid in the past. I feel like we might see them go back to it a few more times before all is said and done. FURIA struggling to piece together a defense on this side of the map, be it up against the pistols or even more so against the rifles there.
Art and Henny. Duo here with many frags to their name, but it's Liquid. They're just trying to stay afloat in this game.
Vinny, the team player, he realizes he's having a bad game. He drops over an M4 and plays a UMP. So FURIA full force into this round, which is a huge risk at this kind of scoreline, but without it, they would have been double eco. So wanting to play around the AWP, and for good reason. Henny getting the frag onto Elige. Down through the smoke at the bottom of the ramp. Art's going to push up as well here.
I would hate to play against Art, ever. This is just horrible. Like, look at what he's doing. He's all the way down ramp. And he's done this in so many rounds. I kind of love it because it's not uncommon to see players playing anti-flash as they run up the ramp. That's how Art has found so many of these openers here. Now in this corner, he delivers almost a double onto Stewie. This round might get out of hand for Team Liquid as Yuri catches one through the scaffolding. Naf and Twist going to attempt to split into the B site late, and Naf creeping on in through middle. Deeg down by Queserato. It all falls onto Twist in a 1v4. A hell of a lot on his plate here.
Wow.
And trying to go for this B site play. You do not envy his position. 14 maybe about to go the way of FURIA in a round that they did not have much on the cards in. They were very heavily relying on this AWP and what they were able to bring into it, and everything has delivered in spades. Twist.
Yeah, look at the setup for FURIA right here. It's Twist. He's going to be able to cross into the site. Can't even fake the bomb out. Just create a little bit of a problem. Now he's made noise that he's stepped, too. They know that he's here. He is trapped. He's going to go for the play. He's going to go for the kills. He finds one. It's easy on Vinny. Goes for a knife as the best alternative. Time had ticked down, and well, the rounds are ticking down now. FURIA getting ever so close to that finishing line that would put them in that grand final against Gen.G tomorrow.
I respect the stab there. He had 10 seconds and Queserato was jiggling, right? You can argue that maybe that's not the best play, but like if Twist tries to take an aim duel, considering there's two players there, he's going to die. You know, the knife isn't really a solution, but it's him trying to be heroic. Good jiggle from Queserato. He stalls him out for some time there in the site. And FURIA 14 first in this map. Nothing is guaranteed, though. That's the one thing you have to learn from this series, right? If you missed overpass, it was a 12-3. Liquid won 11 rounds in a row to pull it back to 14. They lose it in regulation. So comebacks are plentiful in this series.
This is the exact same scoreline, but with the roles reversed, right? It was at that 14-12 point that it fell apart for Liquid on the back of heroics from Queserato. So now we look down this Liquid roster and we think, who can step up here? Who can be the hero that Team Liquid need to deny map, series, and then following, maybe even a grand final, I mean, I say maybe, a grand final placing for FURIA if they're able to get it across the line. It all comes down to this force spy. And we need these heroes to emerge now more than ever for Team Liquid. Henny looking down his sights through mid. Naf put in this boost to keep an eye on construction, and Vinny was just moving into this position, but the molly will keep him out of it.
Smoke towards the elevator. Henny still hangs around. He's waiting for a flashbang to turn into. Stewie is now left alone in middle, as often He is often found, rather. Liquid grouping at the bottom of B. K-Serato spotting this. Flash is going to go over. K-Serato doesn't hang around. He's going to smoke the front of the site and fall back behind the sandbags. This is a good angle for him. He's got a lot of room to play with, and there's, pushing through smoke is not going to be favorable for Liquid. This smoke buys time. FURIA have 3 players here and a 4th in CT spawn. Spot is there, but he's seen them, but he's burning out, and he doesn't realize he was blind in the Molotov. K-Serato at the back of the site. They don't check it. He's got 2, continuing the spray. A 3rd for K-Serato, and he may have just won this series and put FURIA in the grand final on his own. 4 kills at the back of the pillar. Liquid don't clear it, and it's FURIA on match and grand final point.
And that just goes along with what Hunter's saying. That goes along with what we've all been witnessing right here with K-Serato. Good grief. And for Liquid fans, this is not the greatest of timelines. But they're not out of it. They got 3 rounds. If they can somehow squeak those through, even though FURIA have done with less and put them up to this point, that would be saying something.
I mean, you can't take this away from FURIA. They have been excellent in this road to Rio. There's a reason they got guaranteed into the semi-finals anyway in this group. Just straight away off of their performance inside of it, going 5-0, not dropping a single game in the group stages. Liquid even being in their group there as well. This isn't the first 2-0 the FURIA have taken over this team, and they're just a round away from it.
And that would be the wild part, right? Like, to go through your group undefeated, to then potentially beat Liquid again in the playoffs, in the semis, and to maybe do it without even dropping a single map for the 2nd time facing the top team, the big dogs in NA. Team Liquid, it all gets settled with this ramp play. It's fast, it's ferocious, but Yuri could have it dead to rights. He shuts down 2, and this should be the beginning of the end. Yuri continuing to light up the server. It's 4 kills for him. Naf is the only man left standing. And FURIA, they might have done it grand final, looking to be solidified, and there it is, 16-12. They get it done in 2. They're heading on to face Gen G in that